I move, it's an earthquake rumble. I won't ever ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble. When I move, it's an earthquake rumble. I won't ever ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble. When I move, it's an earthquake rumble. I won't ever ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble. When I move, it's an earthquake rumble. I won't ever ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Hello, good night, everybody. Hello to the we jump to background front. This is what on. Hey Nola Boo, hey Life of Lanes. Let me do. I'm but what's going on? Let me go ahead and bring them up. Period. Tell y'all, sorry.
You breaking up again.
I'm doing too much. That's why I was breaking up.
Okay.
So I'm
okay.
Hello.
You frozen.
Oh, he sure is. Okay.
Frozen.
Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Nola.
Oh, you coming in and out, Chef.
Okay, so I won't pull it that way. Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah. Gee, we say it's better and then it freezes.
I know.
It's pulling too much. Okay, how it was blinking. So is it good?
It's good now.
Y'all.
It ain't good now.
Okay, let me.
Okay, so we're here.
All right. Okay. So let's see. Any drama that you wanted to reflect on? I guess I'm trying to think. Something happened with Yo Mama, didn't it?
Yo mama, everything's always happening with your mama. What
I
happened with your
know.
mama?
I can't remember off the top of my head now. I'm thinking about it, but there was a stream that he was doing with FFG for like $20 bingo. Did you catch that?
I saw some of that stream. Basically, I remember FFG was talking mess about him.
Oh, okay.
Chef's back. He looks clear. Chef, you look clear.
Yeah, you
But I
do.
think you frozen.
Hey, Small Moose. We're doing a celebrity gossip and drama panel, but we're having technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
We're having technical Difficulty. Have you seen that
It's only
meme?
broadcast on 20.
I think it's the lighting. I don't have no purple in my hair, life.
And then of course it
Mm.
was the Valley and what's her name? Breezy. The Valley versus Breezy
Valley
streams
is
and
just,
sniping.
yeah. Valley is just going on and on and on and making video after video, try to get
You
back
know,
at Breezy.
oh, that's what it was about Yo Mama. That's what I was thinking is how he basically banned Valley
Hmm.
from the chat, right?
Yeah. And
I
basically, it's
felt
just,
like he was bending to peer pressure.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's exactly how I felt too. What Chef got up here? Nicki
Yeah, what are we
Minaj.
doing, Chef?
I don't think it's working. Free.
Hey Nina.
Chef, you want to try to send me the link so I can share on my end, and then maybe it'll help your Wi-Fi out? I don't know.
Oh, that's
Let's,
a good idea.
let's do that. Just
Okay.
go to TM and then
Lindsay.
Just share it.
on.
Share it in a private chat because we can't hear you.
Okay. I'm this back up.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, I was kind of, yeah, I don't know, sad might be a strong word, but it was unfortunate that he banned Bally because of that. Because I feel like Bally's really trying
Hmm.
to be a presence on YouTube in a healthy and responsible and accountable way. That people really need to give her some slack.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, I think it's cancel culture. People want to cancel her
Mhm.
because this, that, and the other. And then, you know, everybody's saying that, well, I don't watch Bally. I don't watch Bally. Well, how you going to ban her if you don't watch her and you don't really know what's going on? You just going by he say, she say, you know, talk to her, see what's up.
Exactly. And if you're not watching her, then what are you worried about anyway? What do you think she's
Right,
doing?
right. Let me pull this up. Hold on. I got to log on to Instagram. Do, 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 do.
Am I better now?
Yes.
Let me
Yes.
ask you this. Let me ask you this. Is there a way to give you permission through here?
I'm going to see if I could just share. Hold on. Come on. TMZ.com. That's all we're doing. And oh shoot, I just exited out. Give me a
Your
second.
name, Edna?
TMZ.
Yes, sorry, I'm still here.
So we going hip hop
Name?
news.
Lindsay said Bally admit to trafficking though. I don't know
No, she
because
did. She didn't.
okay.
Everybody keeps on talking about these kids and whatnot, but it's a whole story. She has her whole story, and if
Mhm.
people would actually listen to her story instead of everybody else, I think everything will be fine. Can we see
Okay.
that or no? We can't see it.
I'm not looking at anything, just the three of us.
Oh, saying,
No.
wait, is that you? Yeah,
Hold on. Yeah. Oh, you got to give me permission. Okay. Okay. Let me share it again.
yeah.
Hold
And
on.
forget you, Chef. Don't call me unmindful.
So, but won't deal. Okay, hold on. Go. Did it? Did it work?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So the way in here, you permission, and you're able to do it. Just there it go.
All right.
Oh wow, that is quite an
Where are we
outfit.
going? We got Megan. We starting with this.
Let's
That is quite. I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip that.
Yeah, yeah. That's a little spicy. It's
You still breaking
Well,
up,
you,
Chef.
yeah.
because it's through my way to do it. It won't pull through. Hold on. I know it's no. It works. I get. Works. I get. That's just. Oh, I'm on. I will have to live.
We can't hear you.
Mhm. Sorry, Chef.
Oh. Well, that's so much. No, hello. Here we can, y'all. Oh, I can tell y'all keep freezing. Oh, just can y'all hear?
You
Well,
going
maybe
in and
this is
out.
where we can offer the GoFundMe or the Cash App for internet service to get that going. We just need what, $75 a month to get Chef some quality internet so that we can have our streams going. Please,
I'm
everyone, if you can donate, can we throw up the banner, the begging banner, please?
Well, listen. Let me throw this out. Let me throw this out there. I did take on a full-time / mid-time job. I got a job. I because I'm negotiate it. You know what I'm saying? I did y'all. So we finna be up here in a couple weeks. Period. And you still can't hear what
Okay,
I'm saying.
so what we heard was that he got a full-time job.
A full-time, part-time
Yeah.
job.
Well, depending on which one I pick, but it'll be like
So we gonna do
30
the we gonna
hours.
do the
So I
we
mean, that's
gonna do
still
the
part
birth.
time.
We gonna do the Nina said we're gonna do the birthday stream next month. I mean next week. Your birthday is coming up.
Yeah, and then again in February. Yeah, and then again. Oh, definitely. Happy birthday, Amber. Do it. Here, this is the song that I wanted to put on for us. This is the song. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Walking down the street, and everybody talking. And then the original point of view.
I know we can't hear it, but it's the author theme song. Rhythm of the beat.
If you get together and live in better, looking together, just in the message. Yourself, what has to play to start?
Hey, it's a wonderful kind of day.
Sorry, okay. Sorry, guys. I forgot I had a microphone now, and I was putting it by the computer, so y'all hear. I don't know why. So maybe that's why it was choppy at first, and then I think I had it too close to the mic, or I had it up too loud. Is it still choppy now?
Okay. No, we can hear you perfectly now.
Okay, so now let me turn it down. Let me turn it down because I don't know if people heard it. Okay, now let's try it.
Lindsay, that's hilarious.
You got to listen to your heart. Listen to the beat. Listen for the rhythm. If you get together and live things better, together. It's a simple message. For God. Listen. Stop.
That's what I wanted to play. Okay, I wonder if we could do it now.
I think so, probably.
Okay, so it's just the cams provide. Okay, so let's try to do this. Let's put this back up here, and let's pull up a side shot. Okay, and let's go here. If it don't work, y'all, it don't work this time. We ain't trying no more. Okay, okay. We choppy. We choppy.
No, you good. It's
Yeah,
pulling
it's
up
fine
now.
for me.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Scroll down. Yo. Oh Lord, it's loaded. Come on. There we go. There we go. These okay. So I don't know if you guys with like loving hip hop.
You choppy now again. So we see the Erica Mena and the Rhodey Richardson thing. I don't know if you're talking, Chef. I'm familiar with a little bit with Erica Mena.
Or Bambi.
Bam, yeah, that's Bambi. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry that y'all can hear me. So that's Bambi. So Bambi and Erica Mena have had beef for a hot little second. But I'm not. I just hate to see these ladies are always on these shows. Okay, supposed to give us like a little, but all they do is fight. Yeah, like all they do is bang. Busted in Atlanta last night. Video viral. They should consider their names because blah. They were both taken to jail. Well, not Hollywood, but in Fulton County Sheriff Department, which is Atlanta, Georgia. Her mugshot is gorgeous. Though. Nina is a woman with attacking a cop. Simple battery charge and obstruction of justice, while Bambi just. Um, so wait, were they fighting each other?
Let me pull this up.
Can y'all?
You breaking up.
I can't.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me go to TMC.
Yeah, because I can't. Yeah, I can't. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
We can hear you.
She said, Chef, I love you dearly, but your sound is just put it back up there. Put it back up there. Lindsay, that's the truth.
So I said, I see 11 hip hop stars arrested in Atlanta. Wild video shows brawl at lounge.
No, the one with Erica Mena where there was arrested for obstruction of justice. Isn't that two different? Oh no, that's them.
It says Erica
Oh no, that's
Mena
them.
and Bambi. Who's Zellswag? Zellswag?
Hollywood Zell. I don't know Zellwag. Maybe that may be the name of the bar. I don't know. Zellswag. Hollywood Zellswag. Oh, it's And it was fighting in the club, child. Maybe
It says as for what the hell happened, Atlanta PD says they got a call to respond to the Luca Lounge Friday over a dispute between some patrons and the security guards. And when they arrived, the officers claimed all hell broke loose as they tried de-escalating the situation. You can see the officers try to rip people off each other as the lounge rush over to get involved. It looks like some black shirted security guards were in the mix as well. All this while ushers nice and slow plays loudly. Nothing nice or slow about this though. As for the writing, as of this writing, Erica, Bambi, and Zellswag are all still in custody. So what's the backstory on Erica and Bambi?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I know they had what? It's choppy. Hello? I can't hear shit y'all saying.
We hear you. I hear you.
Oh. But I can't. Okay. Well, where to go?
I think her internet was messing up too.
Girl, so I don't know why it works just fine whenever I do it on the reaction yesterday worked just fine. It wasn't choppy, was it? See, I wonder if I'm doing too much. If StreamYard is doing too much. Erica said if your janky sound setup, I'm out. Right? I'm dead. Y'all, okay, so I'm gonna have to delete this whole video. This whole video was janky. This whole video was janky. For the replay, come in and see it. Okay, y'all. I apologize. I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, y'all. This is something that I really want to do, and I know sometimes things don't work out, but we keep moving up every time. We get better and better. Okay, so give us some time. We're gonna figure this out. I apologize for everybody. The backup. But I apologize for everybody's time. Wasted on this, but we're gonna get this together. All I gotta get is it's this hotspot. That's really what it truly is, because it's pulling too much. I guess I don't know.
You should contact StreamYards too, because I was having problems with StreamYards, and they kind of walked me through some things too that you can do. So they help out.
Because I'm using the free version right now, so they probably trying to. But I was using the paid version. I never had no problem. Y'all remember?
Oh yeah.
I had the top plan. Maybe I need to go back and get the top plan and stop being cheap. All right. I'm gonna call it, y'all. We're gonna catch it another time. I'm sorry. I apologize again.
Bye, everyone.
I feel so horrible.
Well, don't feel bad. We all got together. It's been about 20 minutes. Hopefully, we got a break from whatever we was doing today, or we can recollect to finish on our days to be productive. What do you have planned for the day, Bridge? Do you have anything
I
coming
got
up?
nothing.
Yeah, I'm about to go cook. I'm about to cook something for dinner. That's about it.
I was
What
about to
about
say,
you, Chef?
girl, I deboned the whole chicken.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell us about the chicken.
Well, y'all, we cooked that chicken overnight. I boiled it in some seasoning. That broth was sticking and I was up on Ed, and I was deboning and stuff. Oh, and it was just falling off the bone. And I took some barbecue sauce and barbecue sandwiches. It was so good.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Matter
And
of
it
fact,
looked really good too.
I think I'm gonna go give me another barbecue sandwich.
Be careful, that'd be like your fifth one today.
Girl, quit treating me like foodie on camera. Don't do that in front of company. But no, you right there. I about my fifth one.
Mhm. Like it's gonna, but you know what? It looked really good. And you said that chicken
Mhm.
was, he said he got two whole chickens for $6. Ridiculous.
Oh wow.
Mhm. They come in a pack of two. So like I seen it, I was like, damn, I got two of them. I got two packs. So I got 4 chickens for $12.
Dang, that's why I
Mhm.
had a, he was over here talking about how often I order food. We all can't order a whole farm at a time.
But see, that's what me and Edna was talking about because I was like, Edna, but it's cheaper to order a big amount at one time versus every week to week. It adds up.
It sure does. I've been seeing a lot of videos of people just basically voicing their opinions about the of what do we call this? Oh, the recession, about the economy, and just how unaffordable things have become.
Yeah.
What do you do, Bridge?
I've been doing my Hello Fresh meals, but that's been getting expensive. I canceled last week's order. I got one coming up though, but that stuff gets expensive too.
Is it just you that you have to cook for, or you, or do you
Yeah,
like?
it's just
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's just me. Yeah, it's me.
Well, Life
Hmm.
of Lindsay has these discount things that she said they, and when we was adding it up, it was actually cheaper the way those discounts work. If you use those discounts, it'll actually be
Hmm.
cheaper per meal than shopping for like at the store. Because that's what
Mm,
I was looking at changing over to with HelloFresh.
yeah, they do give discounts, and then of course, I act like Karen sometimes and complain to them when I don't get my order on time or they don't put it in the right place when it's delivered. So I
Right?
call up and act like Karen, and they'll give me a free week. They'll give me a free week.
That, you know what? It's good when they do stuff like
Okay.
that because Walmart, I've been really liking having, getting their delivery. Shout out to Timber. She did get me hooked up on the Walmart deliveries. And it's been really convenient. But every other order, something goes on, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to complain because it's a good
Uh-huh.
service, but at the same time, I am paying for it, so I want it to be right. So
Right.
I try not to overdo it, but I let them know.
So we gonna do your birthday stream next week, Chef.
You know what? Since y'all keep bringing it up, y'all, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the birthday streams and your birthdays. We ain't talked about it. So my thing is, I don't want to talk about her, but I want to talk about the point and the end and the birthday and just talk about it because they ain't talked about it yet. How y'all feel?
Oh, really?
Because y'all was around, I wasn't.
Oh, well, honestly, when it came down, she had her original, or the quote unquote original birthday. And I thought it was interesting that, like, on hindsight, that she piggybacked off of your clout a little bit, or not clout for lack of a better word, but just kind of like your momentum. That's what stands out to me about it because it's like she could have
What do
picked
you
any
mean?
day. Because didn't she pick the day before your birthday?
Yes, she did. She did. She really
What
did.
I'm saying,
Uh-huh.
it would be different if it would have been after or near your birthday, but to pick the day before yours so she could go first, it just, I don't know,
Hmm.
it just kind of really stood out to me.
I didn't know that.
I never thought about that, and I really didn't. But yeah, it was like the day before my birthday because I was like, "Oh, we Aquarius." We was on the phone talking, "Oh yeah, we Aquarius," and people don't know. Like, like I was like really good friends with Timber. Like me and Anna both was really close to Timber, as far as you can
Yeah.
get through the internet, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
We talked
I wanna
outside
say
of
this is in context of being internet strangers talking to each other,
right. Yes,
over IG or whatever, not like
yes,
best buds planning, whatever, but yeah.
right. Yeah, because she didn't know much about my personal life. She knew a little bit, but she didn't know a lot. Okay.
Mhm.
But like, um, yeah, the fact that she was kikiing with us and saying she was Aquarius, and I'm thinking like, oh, we the same, and we high fiving through the phone and whatnot. Like,
Uh-uh.
And then months later, I hear Timber just had a birthday. I said, hold up. Is it her second one?
Well,
It's
I
like,
thought it was gonna be much more of a, you know what, guys, I'm going to like I'm just letting you know I'm celebrating or today's my real birthday and blah blah blah. Not like a whole let's celebrate. It's my real, like let's send me money. It's my real birthday. It's like I didn't I guess it just still kind of blows my mind that she thought that was gonna fly. That people are really just gonna be like, yeah, let's celebrate your birthday a couple of times a year.
so what Small Moose asked, is Timber still doing videos? Does she have some supporters? So quite frankly, in this community on the internet, wherever you go, it don't matter what dirt you do, you're gonna always have supporters. You're gonna always have somebody
Yeah.
who does dirt and gonna be supporting you regardless. But I don't know if she's making videos. Do you ladies know if Timber's still making videos? Have you seen her or heard her? As I should say. Yeah.
Oh, I
I
haven't
haven't
heard
heard.
anything. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
like so Timber sent me like her last messages to let me know that she's cool on me, and I haven't heard anything from her since.
When you say last messages, do you care to share what message you're referring to when you say last? Like, did you know it was your last messages from her, or you just assume because it's been time those were your last messages?
No, she like went out with a bang. And I did share these messages with Chef because I was feeling kind of salty, but I won't make them public. But so Chef, you can give your account of them, but it was just like I think she was backed into the corner and she knew there was nothing else she could say to me. So, like, cause the thing is, it's like I'm not judging her, like I'm not whatever, but I'm also not here to listen to bullshit. So if she
Mhm.
was honest and she wanted to talk about it and rectify it and like make a path forward, that would be one thing. But she didn't want that. I mean, I don't know what she wanted. Like, I don't know what she expected. She just gave up.
Hmm.
So when she did, she sent her, I guess, whatever she wanted to say to me, and that was it. So I just let it go. Like because it's
Was
one
it
thing
kind of?
like yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna ask. Was it kind of like I'm ending the friendship with you before you have a chance to end it with me?
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is
Okay.
I wouldn't have ended it with her. I just would have just stopped messaging her.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, she like I did allow her to get the last word. Like I didn't care, because at the end of the day, like I'm not here for that. I'm here to like kiki, to have fun, to whatever, enjoy life and do that with and share it with people kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. Just have fun. And and life sucks. Like I talked to her about some real stuff because at the time I was having problems like just not problems, but just having issues or working myself up, like, kinda coping with different things, and talking to her helped do that. So, it was just like talking to a good friend, you just kinda
Mm-hmm.
talking through just whatever the thing like, whatever I needed to do, just having conversations. It was it was chill, and it was cool, and it was helpful, and I thought that she was genuinely talking to me about shit, but I'm not overthinking it. But, when you hear so many stories and so many things that don't add up, it started to make me think, well, what about our private conversations wasn't true? Because people on the internet lie just to lie, just because of
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And and that's stupid. Like, it's one thing if I misspeak or, I don't like I get the wrong impression or whatever the case may be, because there's a bit of telephone and all that that happens around here. But not intentionally. And
Mm-hmm.
to imagine someone's intentionally deceiving you is silly.
Hmm.
At least it is to me. It's like I have better things to do than to do that for sure.
I think maybe the conversations with you were genuine. I don't know what you guys talked about or whatever, but it was probably so much dirt she had done on the internet. She didn't really know how to explain all that. And so she was like,
Right.
F it all.
Well, I mean, it's like the whole move came into question, right?
Oh,
Go ahead, Chef.
No, Boo, go ahead. I'm sorry about that. My bad. I got overexcited. Sorry.
I know. I guess to finish the thought, I was just basically gonna say, you know, to have something as big as a home move be fabricated is a lot. W- That's you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, yeah.
With that, because I'm sorry, and but and there's okay. So I was going right. I was going, but so I quit talking to Timber, and me and Timber had kind of went and talking, and I had figured that there was something there that wasn't being said, which there was. Regardless of that, when I came back, I started putting two together. And until I started telling me all these stories and what was going on, and I started putting together her situation because I know where she lives, her situation, and what kind of a community she's it's in, so I know what her bills are like when she doesn't have a job, and I know what she receives as a check because those I know what kind of apartments those are. Okay,
Mhm.
so I started telling Aiden, well, how is she moving because of this, and I started putting holes in things and right, absolutely. The math was not mathing. Okay, it was not adding
Hmm.
up, and there was and once a person starts to lie, because at first, whatever you tell me, Bridge, I'm going to believe you 100%.
Right.
I don't care if you tell me your uncle is Donald Trump. I'm gonna believe you, girl.
Right.
I'll
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
believe you until I have a reason to start doubting your whole story. Once I start doubting your whole story, or once I start doubting you, I go through your whole story and I start looking for any kind of holes. If there's holes in the story, there's usually missing information, or
Mhm.
at somewhere it's a lie. It's a lie at some point, or just not being told because your story should never have holes, and
Right.
her story's got a lot of holes, and for you not
The
to walk
thing is,
outside, baby.
I allowed a lot of holes to be honest because like I'm semi-anonymous. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be out here on the internet, so I'm not gonna ask questions or probe too much if that goes over someone else's boundaries where they might be, and I was allowing for that. It sounds ridiculous now that I think about it because she gave out her whole address. She gave out, she was not
Warriors had her
trying to.
address.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And you know what else though? It's weird because so about around this time, well, before this time, she had a falling out with Monty, right? About
Anna Nicole.
Mhm.
huh? What's her
Anna
name?
Nicole, the Anna Nicole. Oh, Mary.
No, Mary. Yes, about Mary. I'm sorry, Mary. Hey, Boo, Mary, if you in here, how you doing, girl? Okay, so she had a falling out with about Mary. It looks like she tries to conquer and divide. She tried to split them two up. Okay. That time I didn't see it. I wasn't thinking this. But when I started looking at how she treated me with Edna and how our relationship fell apart, I told Edna, I said, watch. She don't quit talking to you because of this, that, and the other. And sure enough,
Hmm.
I felt like she was trying to get between the two at some point. And then when I
Mhm.
fell off, or when I came back, and this stuff was already out there, and Edna really wasn't taking a side. You know what I'm saying? She kind of just like pushed Edna away
Mhm.
as to you're still friends with him anyway. And I know he's going to speak on it, blah, 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 whatever else. I don't know. That's how I started. I started putting holes
Oh,
in
I see
everything.
what you're saying. Yeah, because what you had to say was valid because however you came, you didn't do anything wrong to her. And so, and what she did kind of out the information that you had shared with her. And you shared it with her as like a courtesy as a friend. And for her to like overspeak, that was a lot. And she wasn't taking the time to step back and to realize what was going on. So, like, I couldn't side with her. Even if not that I would, but it's like wrong is wrong. If you're gonna ask me to pick a side, I'm telling you.
You never ask somebody to pick a side. You never put nobody in that kind of position.
Right.
Good job. He had them two birthdays, y'all, and you know how much we was trying to add up the money because I've talked to a lot of you guys on separate tips. I'm not going to bring anybody's name up unless they mention in the comments, okay? But several people gave her multiple 250s for the same thing,
Oh
Wow.
multiple
wow.
250s. So when you start talking about 250s and 250 and 250 and 250, girl, plus what you're making on YouTube, plus what they're sending you in super chats and cash apps, and girl, she come out of here with, I wasn't surprised, over 5 grand. The way she was talking, the way everything was talking, if we really added up, it was a couple $1,000s, probably not five. But she come out uh like a very fat cat. Okay,
In what, 4 or 5 months?
yeah, and it's almost like she kind of like used us as like stepping stools, because a lot of times she come to us when she needed things to ask, when she had questions or she needed help. She went to Edna. When I was going, she went to Edna a lot. Edna was
Mm-hmm.
like helping her, and I was like, for a person to put you in that position, they don't care about you, because the fact that they're really to fall and take you down. Because anybody out here could say, "Well, Edna was blah blah blah." Edna had no
Yep.
idea of this. Edna was just a friend,
Right.
Yeah.
as best she could be a friend. And it could easily be swing that way. That's why I said, Edna, this could be the narrative put out this way. So we gotta be ready in case she try to say, but one thing I can say, she hasn't said a lot since she's left. But
Right. Yeah, that's one thing, like, I there's not too much that I would have to say past, what I feel like needed to be addressed, is because she hasn't been, like, vile about anything, not that I've heard or seen.
right, what somebody said? Somebody said, yeah, we were riding for her, but shit don't have us out here looking crazy. Oh, right, right, Nina. I agree. I agree with that.
Oh, and
I
one
agree.
small move, you see her comment?
Uh-oh, where's she at?
She said, "I did
Which
ask
one?
her questions, but she lied right to me twice."
Hmm.
And I
Yes.
guess maybe I didn't ask questions because I didn't wanna hear any lies.
Well, not only that, to give benefit, like as I say, I may be too trusting, but I give the benefit of the doubt first. I always do.
Mhm.
And I just quit talking to her. And when I noticed phone calls wasn't being sent back or they wasn't being answered, it was so weird. It was so weird how it happened. I'm like, if you don't with me, just tell me you don't with me, okay? At the end of the day, and I have no harm, no hurt, no feelings, no foul. I won't speak on you or nothing. This is why I never spoke on her, because I felt like, oh, we were cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to speak on her because I don't want that as my rap to go out like, well, he gonna tell all your business when y'all quit talking. No,
Right.
what we discuss is what we discuss. Okay. Now, if you come out here acting crazy, okay, dragging me through the mud, oh, you want to get dirty, we can get filthy. Okay.
Mhm.
But if you keep it cute, I'm gonna keep it cute.
Yeah, and that's what I have to say, like, I'm glad that it for the most part, it's been real cute. It's not, I haven't really thought about like, honestly, when people are mm, other than seeing, like, "Happy birthday, Timber," that's it. Hey,
Hmm.
Blue Eyes.
You want to say happy birthday, Tim? That's all you want to say. You want to throw that in there for real, for real. He found a way to throw it in there.
She was probably
Oh
out
my
here
god.
just trying to do her hustle. And when the hustle was over, she left.
Yeah,
That's just so
yeah.
crazy for me because it seemed like she had so much going that it would have been worth it just to keep it going.
Hmm.
Definitely, I don't understand why she disappeared. Because she didn't do nothing that bad to disappear.
Maybe she did more than people actually realize, though, and she didn't want
Right,
that to
because
come
she
out.
didn't
Oh.
she didn't admit
Yeah, but
to
even
anything. She
yeah, but
she
people
basically said Monty was lying, and when she couldn't account for the other, like, when he rebutted, she just let it go.
Hmm.
the only thing she can say
She
about me
didn't go
is you know,
'cause to my knowledge,
go
it
ahead.
wasn't like she went on panels, she was making comments and streams or anything, you know what I mean? She really was just like, "Y'all got me."
Yep.
Yeah, and she's like, the grift is up. I'm done. But
Yep.
see,
Mhm.
what I didn't like is for her. The only thing I had a problem with her when she come out and she had audacity to call me a meth head, a crackhead, whatever you want to call it. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, in my story, I've already shared. Okay. So if you guys are curious, I did a little video a while back. I was going to speak on it more, but I just haven't yet. Okay. So that's my story, and I'm gonna tell it, okay? But it's already out there. But that's what I think I didn't understand is why she coming like that. And she was the one who legitly got the computer, okay, and turned it back in. Now who looks like the crackhead baby? Okay. Looks like- okay, so and
Listen.
that's why I showed that I still got my laptop. I got my phone, I got my watch,
Hmm.
I still have my things, so for her to come out of pocket like that, I'm feeling like she was low key projecting.
Hmm.
I'm thinking low key that was a projection. Yeah, I went through a phase in my life and I went through some shit, but at the end of the day, she projected what she's going through because I know her son was going through the same situation. Okay, a little
Okay.
different, a little heavier.
Hmm.
Let me shut up. I said enough.
Are you reading the chat? Because people are naming names.
Wait, who are you saying? Jason and Sean Noble. Where y'all at? Wait, what? What's going on?
Those were some of her biggest supporters. I've
Mm.
heard from. I won't. Well, let me not say too much because it's private.
But
It's
see,
just. I mean, well, it's not a secret, right? And how would you feel?
but and see, the other thing is, what she don't understand is we had the same supporters. We had a lot of the same supporters. A
Mhm.
lot, a lot. Because I've seen Jason X before. Now Sean Nova, I don't know who that is. Sean bought all her memberships, and supposedly Jason gave her money the most and still defended her. See, that's what I'm saying. It don't matter how much dirt you
Wow.
do, regardless, people gonna come out and defend you. Period.
Yep.
Period. Which I have no. I'm not. I'm not shaming. I'm not throwing no shade on that. At the end of the day, they can support who they want to support, and the reasons why they support is their own reasons, and I don't care. But
The
it's
thing,
just a fact.
my whole thing was it's the grip part of it. It's not the fact that she was getting money from people. That's her business. It's not the fact that people are giving her money. That's their business. But it's if you're saying that you need a new computer and XYZ, you supposedly get the new computer, but there's no power cord. When does that ever happen? And then you never talk about it again. Like it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. And that's what is the issue to me. But I don't know.
No, that makes total sense. Like you ask for things, you get it. But see, that's why people will start doubting you. Once you do that messed up stuff right there, people are going to start doubting everything you ask for. Somebody out there will.
I just feel like you don't have to do that, especially in this part of YouTube. There's so many great-hearted people. It's not even good heart. Like these people are so kind.
Uh-huh.
And it's just it breaks my heart because I know that like I know some people didn't have it and they really wanted to and they really supported and blah blah blah. Because they talking to me. You know, like in the
Mm.
DMs, worried about folks.
Celebrity just says still waiting for tree in-house pictures. What tree in-house? Treehouse?
She no.
Wait, what
Remember
happened,
she said
Edna?
that during the storm when the tree went to her front window.
Perfect. I'm glad y'all brought this up because okay, so Edna, me and Edna talked about this before. I told Edna, okay, so y'all know I know the whole layout of those apartments. I've been
You
over there.
said
I've
that on
watched the
panel.
raid. I've watched the
Yeah.
raid go on over there. Okay, there's no trees in the middle of those apartments where it could fall and hit her
Mm-mm.
door. There's no trees around those apartments. They sit off of like um a creek. The trees are a good distance away, so if they fall, it won't touch none of those apartments. That was fabricated.
Wow.
Because now the only way I would believe a tree got thrown if there was a tornado, which is possible. A tree couldn't get thrown through anybody's window. Nobody's window is untouchable. Okay, at that point. But there's no pictures, right?
You know
If something
what?
like that
That's
happens,
rare too. And I feel like we would hear about that because
Yeah.
there was a story. There was a big storm and a tree fell over through somebody's house and it actually killed a little boy inside. It was on the news, like, and there was updates to it. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
D- Her area isn't that big that she wouldn't hear about those stories, and I'm sure people did some googling that we would have heard.
And you know what? I tell you all the time, I have family who lives in those apartments, who lives over there. I don't know. And the fact that if y'all believe she moved, I- I'm sorry, but I'm just going to most kindly just close my mouth in this live.
I need you to go over there right now and then look for her in those apartment buildings and
No
get her
shit.
on panel.
She's there.
Brit, shut
She's
up.
there. Bridge, we ain't gotta do all that because she there because those apartments are based on your income. She ain't got no job. Okay.
Hmm.
So she ain't paying no rent and they sending her a check for at least 150, 200. It may have gone up since the prices have gone up, but they send you a check every month. It's called a utility check. You go take it, you cash it, and you pay your bills. But you don't have to. Some ladies like to use that for whatever they want to use it for. And then they
Hmm.
sell their food stamps to get their light bill paid.
Hmm.
Talk about ass backwards, but okay.
That's the I mean, that was the tea, 'cause
So she has not
I hadn't
moved.
really thought about it, yeah.
I'm sorry, Edna. I'm sorry, but you go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I wasn't saying nothing for real.
Oh, that was it. I was just like,
Um,
without knowing the area, without knowing how that works, we wouldn't know. So when you said that, that really made everything line up to like how much is like, and then Monty was like every 2 to 3 weeks you have a big thing coming up.
Hmm.
And
oh,
first it was like, maybe you just have a lot going on in your life. But really, do you have that much going on?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but can my moderators please drop the links from Bridge, maybe Icy's channel and Miss Edna's channel because y'all know Edna be posting too. Edna's content creator too now. Okay, period. So drop
Oh,
Edna's
thank
channel and
you.
drop Bridget's channel. I want to thank these ladies coming on. We still got a topic. We still able to talk today because that's still good. That's all that matters. But we're gonna have to crop this video. But well, then the whole thing with the phobia, agoraphobia. I know that's a real
uh,
thing, y'all. I'm not just discrediting that, okay? But think about it. You got medicine for this phobia. Why did the
hmm.
doctor give you medicine and you're not making any kind of progress to getting outside?
Hmm.
That was my whole thing. You've been because I'm looking at my own health and what and goals and things for my life. And I'm thinking, okay, I started at this point. I have my appointments here. It's so like what's the realistic time frame for like how long if you're on medication, if you're doing this, you're doing it. What what are the symptoms or what are the not symptoms, but benefits and all it's been all of this time and it seems like it's still the same limitations that she has on herself. And there's no steps forward. And it's not for us to be judging her like cuz I that's why I didn't. But it is interesting when you bring that up to say like, "Hey, if you're going to therapy or what is your therapist doing or what?" Because she said I remember one time she said her therapist said that they were going to go out and do stuff every week or every month or I don't know, every time that they met. I think that might have happened once or twice.
Wait, so your therapist take you on field trips?
Right. Well, see, and that's the thing. I just started therapy. So I'm like, I don't have any other than like TV and movies or whatever. Like, do therapists do that? If you have agoraphobia, you need to get out the house. Maybe that
Right.
is the therapy to get out the house.
Okay. But I thought the therapist came to her.
That's what I'm saying. So I think she was saying that the therapy happened at her home, but then it was gonna start happening. Like she was gonna come. I don't know. Because that's what I'm saying.
Insurance.
It's different story.
She
It's
got,
like you could
she got
talk in a
some
circle because you don't know what you're saying.
she got some good insurance with no job.
Right. Right. Because I don't see no
I mean,
state therapist coming to your
okay.
house. But I don't know though. I don't know.
Mhm.
I mean, okay, so here's my next thought on this. Okay, she sat up here and judged Foodie Beauty harshly. Okay,
Hmm.
now I'm gonna use this as an example. So when Foodie Beauty was trying to lose weight, she never lost weight, right? She never made it. Well, she lost weight a couple times, right? I ain't gonna put that on her, but she didn't lose weight and keep it off. She either picked up weight or she didn't lose weight,
Hmm.
or she dropped weight and picked it back up. Um, she judged her harshly about that because she made what? No progress.
Progress. Mhm.
She she sat in her home and did the same thing from what she told us and made no progress, but that could have all been a lie.
Hmm.
Oh, so Lindsay says, uh-oh, coming from a former therapist, it depends. It depends on what? How much money you paying them? Because the state paying for it? What
I
y'all
would
think?
imagine so. I don't know. But like I know with my options, it's either you go in or you do like we do Zoom and I do Zoom.
Okay.
Don't
Lucy Lou.
yeah.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Lucy Lou. Welcome in. Boo, make sure you smash that thumbs up button on your way in and out that door. She might have to have exposure therapy since she allegedly has agoraphobia. Maybe the therapy is to go outside. I doubt it, maybe, but maybe. But see, when did she ever talk about that? She always says she can't go outside and that she needs, like, I'm not trying to throw this up as what I did for her, but so I had loaned her $20 one time or gave her $20 because her and Ed was on the phone and they were discussing her trying to get her medicine. Edna was trying to calm her down. She wasn't listening. And, basically she just needed some money so that way she could get the girl uh, a ride through Uber to get the medicine to bring it to her. So I just offered it to her.
Hmm.
If that was the case, wouldn't she make an attempt to take her ass outside to get her supply of medicine so she can continually keep trying to go outside more and more often? So, Lucy
Right.
Lou, I love you
Because
come and bring that point to us, though. I love that you bring that up.
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because I know when I need to do certain things, it's like I do. I don't know. It's like I ain't trying to tell all my business. I don't know what to say. It's just that you do the things that you need to do the things you need to do.
Absolutely. Um, Capone said, "What state provides free therapy?" Florida does. Florida provides free therapy, but baby, you got to go to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like what state therapist comes to your house?
Mhm.
If it's Medicaid, is what Life of Lindsay says.
Hmm. I don't know.
Oh, above and beyond. Well, that is possible. That is possible. At one
I hear
point,
what you're saying, Lindsay, but she also made it a point to be like she doesn't have that kind of therapist because every time I talked to her, she was talking about how little her therapist was doing in some kind of way, or like she told a story of how her neighbor's therapist took them to someplace else to stay during the storm when they didn't have power for like days and days.
Hmm.
So that's what's making me also kind of put two and two together where your therapist did all of this coming to you, taking you out and all that, but also when there was like an emergency, you had no help, no assistance, you couldn't hear from her.
sorry, I was looking for a comment from Nola Boo where she said, this one. Okay, this one. If she needed weed, she'd get out real fast. Did she get out for weed? I didn't know this.
Nola is just saying to be funny, if she needed
Oh,
weed, she'd get out real fast.
okay, my bad. Oh, Yeah, so but see, Florida's got a lot of crazy people. I'm not gonna lie, because the
Yes.
drug community out here is unreal. So like, you got a lot of people who are going through a lot of health and mental issues. So Florida provides a lot of free stuff. Like, there's no reason for you to be on the street and hungry in Florida. There's no reason to be on the street in Florida. They have so many freaking shelters. It's ridiculous. They provide you lunch, breakfast, dinner, and you get 6 months to stay, 6 months to a year to stay, and they pay
Oh,
for your
wow.
house. They pay for your first, last month, and security deposit on your apartment or house that you pick out and find. They pay for it all, no matter where it
Wow.
is, no matter how much it is, as long as you can afford it. And you have to save money while you're in there. So you leave out of there with $6,000 to $10,000 in your pocket, and they furnish your apartment. They give you this, that, and the other, and they give you money each month for maintaining and living and being independent. Florida has resources, baby.
Wow.
Right.
Florida has resources. You just got to go through the process of being in a homeless shelter. That's it.
That's the thing that's kind of my issue with it is that we should have some of these resources and things for people before they get to the point of being homeless because I feel like that's a step too far.
Can they afford that? Okay, so
Can we give
Florida
Lindsay
has
a
long
link if she
money,
wants to come up?
huh?
Life
What do
of
you say?
Lindsay? Maybe she'd
Oh
like a
yeah,
link to come up.
absolutely. Let me drop this link. I'm dropping it in
If
the
you're
chat 'cause I don't care who's
interested, I
gonna
don't
drop.
want to overstep.
No, no, no. No, but you good. You good. You good. No, the money here in Florida, I've always said it runs long. Okay, it runs long. They got money down here, and
Is
there's
that
no
the
state
Disney money you
taxes,
think?
huh?
Is that the Disney money?
No, because that's Orlando. So
Oh, okay.
Miami has the tourists from the Keys. South Beach has a lot of vibrant, historical, and not only that, but it's it's a celebrities hotspot. Okay,
Oh,
celebrity
got you. The
hotspot, and so
tourism.
yes, exactly. And these shelters will get in name brand clothes, Gucci, Louis, all kind of shit, okay, and give it to you for free. You know what these folks will do? They get all this stuff for
What?
free,
Sell
go
it.
to the secondhand store and sell it. Yes, ma'am, they
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it's top-notch stuff. But they give it because they get it donated. They donate so much good stuff here. So much. To where they can fully, if you walk in a homeless shelter and you have nothing, in a year you got everything, full wardrobe, and you stepping on people. Okay. You crushing them. A house, a car, everything. They help you with legal bills. It's so much.
That's why I be telling people, all these people talking about setting up GoFundMe's for computers and all this stuff all on YouTube. They need this, they need that. And I'm telling people, go to the secondhand store, go to the Goodwill. You find good stuff at these Goodwills. If you go to
You're
like a
right.
good area, you can find a whole
Mhm.
bunch of good stuff.
You know what?
Oh,
The prices aren't what you would expect for a secondhand store, but they are decent. Because when you think about how much it costs to buy a lot of stuff, it still is a good deal. Like I've seen stuff with price with tax still on it donated, probably coming from
Mm-hmm.
like the Target or something. So if it's regularly priced $30, they're probably selling it for 15. You might expect to pay 5, but that's still you're buying something brand new for half off.
Yep. Yep.
And
I
I've
told you
seen microwaves. Yeah,
I
go
got a
ahead. Sorry, Pooh.
I got a whole treadmill. I got a brand new treadmill from a secondhand store. Brand new, still in
Nice.
a box.
how much was it if your mind is asking?
It was like at the time when I got it, it was like 600, but normally it would have been like maybe probably a couple of thousand.
Oh
Wow,
wow.
that's a nice
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
treadmill.
Uh-huh.
No,
Oh, Life of
because
Lindsay,
I
I
know
don't know.
what the go ahead. I'm sorry, Edna, go
Oh,
ahead.
no, I was gonna let Lindsay know I sent her the link on Instagram if that helps.
She said she don't have a second device.
Let's see the chat.
Was
Yeah, I don't know what that means, so yeah.
you can see the chat on StreamYards from your device. I mean, I don't know what people what Kaya was talking about. She can't see the chat. Yes, yeah, you can from a device. You can from
Maybe
a
she
She
device.
don't.
You
can't
can.
like grab
She
the
didn't
link.
know.
That's what I thought.
Kaya didn't know how to use StreamYards. That's the problem. That's why
I've
I
been on
can't see the
YouTube too
chat.
damn long.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
Kai doesn't go
saying.
live
That
from
was
StreamYards.
crazy. As a creator, I thought that was
No,
like a given.
but Edna, no, because it all depends on how you do it. She uses her phone and turns her TV around or computer around,
Hmm.
so she don't use
Oh, that's
StreamYards.
true.
She goes live
Yeah.
directly to YouTube. So I can see how she's ignorant on that part. It's funny to call people ignorant because now it's not wrong to say in this day and age.
I know it's a little pause, like
um, okay. Oh, there we go. Are you ready,
mhm.
boo?
No,
Component
because
put it
I
on the
think.
head.
Oh, there she go.
Hi.
Lindsay.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if I can see the chat, and I'm so bad at this.
It says private chat on the side, but then it says comments. Comments is the YouTube chat.
Okay.
Capone said my guess was that
Oh, okay.
she could read the chat, but see how easy that was? She couldn't figure out, girl, you see what I'm saying?
Got it.
Wait, okay. So my guess was that she could read the chat, but because it was so negative, she just said that she couldn't. Yeah, because did y'all remember when we did that panel over here and we had um Chili and Gypsy? She kept saying she could read the chat, but she could read the chat too because she didn't want to read because it was all
Oh,
negative.
right. Mhm. It was eating her up.
Boy, y'all ate up on panel too. Y'all ate up so bad she put herself on mute.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of difficult to like switch back and forth and like try
Oh
to.
no! Oh, nobody ever said it was easy.
Just the fact that as a creator on YouTube for 10 years, I just didn't expect it to be such a
Oh,
But
issue
come
Lindsay was
on,
being
here.
a guest.
but come on. She points her iPad or whatever at her screen to look to do reviews. So
I
I mean,
hear you.
it wasn't like her setup was great.
I always
Okay,
joke that I'm just a
listen.
lurker,
No
and if
shade,
I
no
can
tea.
do it, I am not tech savvy at all, but it's not that difficult. And I think maybe she was flustered because of the situation and everything, but it was just kind of interesting. That's all.
Your normal Lindsay, because I want to hear your opinions. Because I don't know if Lindsay was in here when we were talking when we were talking about happy birthday to Timber. But I want to get your opinions because I know you supported both of us, and I just wanted to hear if you had any opinions, if you think that Timber shouldn't have left, or because I feel like me personally, I still feel like she shouldn't have left. That's
Mhm.
my personal opinion,
Now,
whatever.
are you talking about me, Lindsay, or Lindsey, Lindsay?
Oh, I
Yeah, the
Lindsay.
second one.
Oh, okay.
But both of y'all too. No, you too, Lindsay, because like both of y'all, because you have opinions too,
That's
because you
right.
supported Kimber
Yeah.
too. So yeah.
Well,
But you
okay.
already
So,
up here, so you can talk about it, of course. I'm sorry, go ahead.
well, when it
Go ahead.
came to timber, so I don't send people money. Like, I don't do Cash App. I don't do Venmo. I'm not just going to send you cash. But the thing that got me about Timber is saying that she needed stuff like food and stuff for her cat. I mean, that's what pulled at my heartstrings. So, I mean, I'll help anybody that's got a sign up that says that they're struggling and they need something. I'm not going to give them cash, but I'll go buy them food. If they've got a sign that says they have a baby that needs diapers and whatever, I'll stop and I'll ask them, what size do you need? And I will go buy them because I feel like that's a better way to help people than just, sending them cash. And
Right.
that's exactly what I did for Timber. I sent her headphones for her and her daughter because she claimed that her daughter had autism and her headphones broke and that she wore them, to self soothe and whatever. So, of course, I sent those. And then talking about she needed food and whatever, I sent her a ton of groceries. I sent her, I even asked her what kind of cat food her cat ate. And I sent her that exact brand. I sent her like cat a
Oh
little
my
toy.
goodness.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
it was just me trying to be nice. So, do I feel bad about sending that stuff? Absolutely not, because I know she wasn't selling groceries and getting weed out of it. But I just feel like the grift was very, very strong with that one.
Mhm.
Uh, Somebody said, Capone said, I'm not gonna lie, I miss Timber. You know what? Timber was very funny. Like I give her that. She was a hoot. You know, she kept it spicy. You know, me and Timber had great panels. You know, if she came back, would I ever sit on panel with her? You
Hell
got
no.
one time to come at me sideways or to talk mess on me, and I won't be sitting with you. I won't eat with you. No, for what? I'm not gonna sit with you. There's no point.
One other thing about how she ran her channel. Um, One thing that I started to notice was, if with most creators, they'll drop their Cash App, in a link, or they'll have it in their bio, and then super chats are always an option. And I like the super chats for creators because I think it kind of sends a message like, oh, this person just sent them $5 and they're putting a lot of time and effort into providing entertainment and content for us. So let me send them a little something. It's like a
Right.
it's like a public, like, thank you for putting time into us, to entertain us. Well, with Timber, if you'll notice, it was never done through super chats. And I think that's what got a lot of us confused, is that she would come on here and say, well, I'm trying to raise $300 for this laptop. None of us knew that 10 people had already sent her $50 because they did it in Cash App, like behind closed doors. And
Right.
she never came on a live stream and said, thank you so much to, for example, like, thank you, Nolabu, for sending me $50 towards the laptop. I really appreciate it. That takes, what I need down to 250, yada, yada, yada. None of us knew what everybody else was doing.
And that's exactly what you did, chef. Like, because I remember we were having these conversations, and I was like, keep people up to date. How much you have left? And he was doing that.
Yeah. My thing is to be as transparent as possible because people are going to try to poke holes in a story that doesn't have holes. So if you're as
They're
transparent as
looking for
possible,
drama. Yeah.
yeah, they're looking for tea. Because Nata had blasted me back when I was asking for the computer money. That's why
Mhm.
when I came back and I started hearing the comments about me from Timber, I was like, well, let me show people this computer's still sitting up here, and still to this day I'm using my computer right now with a brand new microphone and a ring light. Okay, and we're finna get a 4K camera. That's on period. You know what I'm
Still
saying?
building. And we
but
gonna have internet soon.
okay, well, right
Yes,
now we're using a
ma'am.
hotspot. This
So,
hotspot does just good while we talk.
did you all pay attention to the comments in Monty's original stream that he did when he showed the actual receipts of, like, the birthday stuff and whatever? And then it was the stream that people really started to see what was going on and how much she was grifting. And I was going through the comments and looking, and that's how I knew that Nolabu had sent money. But also, I saw Patricia Davenport, I think is her last name. She pops in and out, like, occasionally, kind of everywhere, but I never saw her too many times in Timber's streams. But she said that she sent her $250 in one, like, Cash App or PayPal transaction. And I was blown
Mhm.
away because I was like, this is somebody that I would have never expected to send her money, because she wasn't in her, in Timber's chat like that. So I can't
When I
imagine
say people,
the other
yeah, when I
people
say
there.
there's so many kind and generous people in this community, like I've heard, I've seen them say it. Like we've all seen the money flowing around when it comes to FFG.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everything just isn't as visual as FFG. But if you're talking to people, people are sharing that they gave X, Y, and Z, or not like bragging or anything, but just talking. So it's happening. And it's just like to take advantage of it. It's
Right.
it's just kind of like, because it comes along like, because it's real people. It's not just free money. And she just used it as free money.
Exactly. And the only thing that I can say, like, I think it's a positive thing with FFG is that she makes bank doing what she does, but none of it's hidden. I mean, you go in there and you see all that. I really doubt that people are sending FFG Cash Apps and PayPals. I'm not even sure if she has one, but you see all the money that she gets, and FFG in return has done some really great things with charity and has
Yes.
donations and all of that. So, I mean, I can't really knock her for making bank because she's very transparent about it. Unlike, you know, somebody that's getting thousands of dollars behind the scenes and isn't thanking one person when she goes live to keep up this facade that she still needs the $50 that she talked about 2 days ago when she's already gotten that times 50, you know?
Hmm.
And you know what? That's the thing. Like even with FFG, like you see the drama that they try to stir up around that. Even when she gave that, was it $14,000 to that dog charity? They still try to say she didn't do it. And she had receipts, so it's a good thing she did because people are trying to. And that just goes to show you why you should be transparent. Like this is like Timber taught me a very valuable lesson. A lot of lessons from this. Okay, I'm not going to say she wasn't helpful. She taught me some shit just by seeing what she went through and watching how she reacted to it. And it teaches me
Absolutely.
not to react in those ways. But
Do y'all
baby,
remember do you all remember when Foodie did it was the only like charity type stream that she had ever done, and it was back when Annie P was in her chat and basically like her YouTube mom, and she did a cancer charity stream for Annie P, and she raised, I think it was $500. I don't know if it was US or Canadian, and people kept getting on to her about, are you going to donate that money? Are you going to donate that money? And then she popped up the most ridiculous looking fake receipt that I've ever seen in my life. And it was over $500 that she had made. And I know she never donated that. And that's why she was so mad when FFG put up the receipts of 14 grand. I don't know. I just thought it was
Wow.
fun.
Yeah. Well, and you
listen,
also, I
listen.
mean, well, we don't know Foodie's financial situation, but we can pretty much see that the money isn't just rolling in for her. So to know where she came from to where she is now, and FFG is still doing good, you know? It's just funny to see like it doesn't pay to act the way she does.
And Nola, I see your comment about that she even told Monty. It it almost was like she was bragging to Monty was getting
Yeah,
money. That's what's
yeah.
easier.
Mm.
A brag. It's not the fact she was like, "Oh, somebody did. They helped me out." It was the fact. Look what I can pull. That's what I get from that too. And I listen, y'all. I don't knock what y'all give people. I'm like, but you know, and I've said this about when people gave me money that was big amounts or any amount. I'm like, I don't know how these people do it. I said I'm
Mhm.
thankful and I'm appreciative, but at the end of the day, that's a lot of money when you think about it, what they can do with that in their own home, and for you to take it and misuse it is very, 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 very disrespectful for one,
That's the word
and
that was
so
popping in my mind.
selfish. It's very
Mhm.
selfish. But that goes to show you this community has a lot of nice people, and it's got a lot of crazy. I'll let you know that.
Oh, but see, that's part of the crazy. It's like people using crazy for good, and I can't be mad at that.
See
I mean, can't.
what makes me so angry about the whole thing is that Timber had the type of support that creators that have hundreds of thousands of followers don't have. I mean, look at Foodie Beauty. I mean, most of her subs are dead or whatever, but she's got over 90K subs. And I promise you, she does not have people that are cash apping her, PayPaling her, unless they're getting special requests for food or whatever. But Timber had so much support. And if she had just done what she said she was going to do, raised money for the laptop, got the laptop, and then started doing those reactions, her community would have kept going and she would have kept getting support. She would have made money from those videos. She would have gotten
Yeah.
stats. She would have had people still gifting memberships. I mean, it would have helped her so much, and she wouldn't have had to have grifted anything. It would have just fell into place if she had done what she said she was going to do.
That's the craziest part about it to me is that even with her just walking away from it all, it's like you still had supporters that you could have just been like, you know what? You got me.
Well,
Whatever,
I
but
got
I'm gonna
you,
keep
kid.
going.
I got you,
Ri
not you got me.
right. I
It's
got
not, it's not
you.
funny.
Now
It's
you
not
know
funny what
about
I'm
it.
telling
Let's
you.
move on. He could have said that and probably still would have been good. People still would have been her lives would have still kept going. And that's the
Yeah.
part that's kind of crazy. It's like she did maybe in a sense she was like, you know what, I am gonna change and I'm gonna do better. Because for all we know, she could be doing what's right. Well, like because I haven't heard anything otherwise. Have you? That she's continuing to another community or is she still posting or
No, I haven't heard. I haven't come across nothing or anything like that. But I was gonna say something about the 250.
Capone.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot that happens behind the scenes. Like, because I heard you, Lindsay, when you said that like FFG gets hers through super chats. But y'all, you don't know a lot of stuff. Like there's times when I be just at home chilling or I'll be walking around and I look at my phone and I got 4 or 5 cash apps on my phone from you guys saying, here's for having a wonderful day, or here's $20 for a cup of coffee. Like that comes periodically,
Aw.
and that does come behind the scenes. Like you don't expect it, you're not asking for it. So I imagine I'm sure like all creators get behind the scenes. So think about not only the cash that she asked for, but the cash she didn't ask for as well that she was receiving too behind the scenes.
I
Hmm.
know of one person who it was like they had a type of relationship that he felt every week he was supposed to be sending her money. Like he just kind of felt like an obligation or let me do this for you.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well, you
I
go.
mean, yeah.
Somebody said Capone said she was able to come back from the whole N-word scandal. She didn't need to leave. Okay, but y'all don't understand this. That was not the first time she said the N-word. I'm gonna bring it
The
out
thing is,
to light. She
oh,
said it on stream. It was me and like who was the other creative? It was me. It was all the ones that used to come over from Hannibal. Who was?
Any
Oh, I forgot
queen?
all their names.
Oh, him.
Dang, it's been so
Any
long. But
queen
we all had,
Farida? Who are you? Oh, are you talking about Roach and Bella? Them?
yes, Roach, Bella, all of them. We were all on panel when
Oh,
Timber
okay.
dropped the M bomb, but nobody. It got silent, but nobody said anything, and it was kind of
Oh, because
swept.
I think they probably still thought they didn't know if she was black or not then.
Oh, see, because that was the first time
So
she dropped it, but it was she
I
was
had a
talking.
moment like that happen where this young man said the N-word. Everybody looked around because he was real, real light skinned. And everybody was like, can you like so I think it sounded like it was one of those kind of moments where you didn't want to say anything because it is like a touchy subject.
Exactly. So I mean, we discussed it off the stream, and we try to prepare. Like, hey, look, get ready, because they gonna come at you. Because I'm like, that video is gonna have views, and it has views. Why nobody
Hmm.
ever said anything? Because again, like Edna said, they thought she was black. I didn't know people thought that.
I did. I honestly, I thought that Timber was black for a really long time, and I do agree. I think that's why she kind of got away with that slip. Is I don't think a lot of people put too much thought into it because it wasn't she wasn't pulling the whole yo mama thing, and it wasn't in her vocabulary every other word. So I think that was why a lot of people let that slip. But even then, like, you get away with that, and then you still continue to do this shady
Question it.
stuff. Like, it just doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah, it's
Girl,
like you give them an inch, they take a mile.
Yeah.
she sliced herself open and then she threw salt on it,
Oh. Mm-mm-mm.
and
Yep.
then ran to the hospital and came back.
Mm. I hope her heart's okay though. It was
Her
like we
heart.
don't know what to
You know
believe,
Okay,
what?
but
now
it's
hold
like
up. Now let me back up.
she was
Let me
supposed
back up
to
to the
talk to
heart
the heart
thing.
doctor, and I hadn't
Hold
heard
on.
anything about it.
Hold on,
You
let me
know,
ask y'all this.
that's
Was
another
she
thing.
live in the hospital? Was she live ever in the hospital?
No.
Okay.
I
If
think she
I'm
might have
if
went
I'm in the
live
hospital,
once, or she, I don't know.
if that happened to me, y'all, and I'm telling y'all right now, as a creator, if that happened to me, I'm gonna go live in the hospital. Here's why. I'm gonna need y'all to be praying for me every step of the way, for one, because I know I'm a sinner and I know there's a special place in hell maybe for me. but no, for real, like I'm gonna want you to still be trying to reach out, make sure y'all know I'm okay, and just talk. Because you're bored in the hospital, you have nothing to do if you're okay at that point, or if you're
Nothing.
stable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why not go on your live with your phone or how you were?
Well,
You
see,
know? So
you got to think about this though, is that for people like me, when I hear about anybody going through like medical stuff, or that was the whole thing with her daughter too, like saying that her daughter was, struggling because she was autistic and this and that, like I don't know about you all, but I mean, I'm a praying person. Like if
Mhm.
somebody needs prayers, I don't just type prayers in the chat with the little prayer hands. I will actually include you in my prayers that I say at night, because I hate to see anybody sick or struggling with any type of physical or mental health condition. And I think that was another thing that just tugged at people's heartstrings. It's like, oh my gosh, she's going through all this stuff, and having issues at her apartment and these storms, and she can't afford food, and now she's in the hospital, and her autistic child is at home, and who's going to
who
help,
though?
with her. I
Who
mean,
at
it got so
she at
crazy.
home with who? Who who watched your daughter in the hospital when she's in the hospital? Who watched your daughter?
Claimed that guy did. She's
And wait,
because I remember this. She said that she hoped that he was there with her daughter because her
Who?
daughter couldn't even make her own dinners.
Who was he? Who was he?
The the math
oh, her
the
friend. See, that's the thing, because you
The
brought out the
the
fact
meth
that that was
headed.
probably her husband or whatever, right?
Okay,
It's
but she
just
had a lot to
the
say
math
about me,
ain't
right?
mathing,
But she
right?
had a lot to say about. Sorry, Lindsay. Go ahead. Yeah, me too.
No, that's the one thing that I told her in a DM, was that she needs to get that man out of her house, because she was claiming that she didn't use any substances, and that this man would come over and he was addicted to PCP. And if you've ever been around anybody that's on any type of substances, PCP is, I mean, that can cause you to be violent. It can cause you to hallucinate. And if you're hoping that's the person that's there with your daughter and trying to help her, it just, I told her, I was like, this is not a good situation for you or your daughter, or I mean, for anybody. Like, get him out of there.
But anybody on crack, PCP, or meth, don't let that man around your child, especially your daughter or your son.
Y'all look,
No time.
y'all sure that she wasn't on something too? Because
I,
all the stuff that she's done,
that's what I'm
it,
getting
it,
to.
sa- it
Birds
Well,
sounds
of-
like some crackhead behavior to me.
you can't let no. Okay, so
Listen, Bridge, you
as a
speak on
woman
it.
or a man, so as a woman or man, I was just gonna say that, Bridge, you can't let a person on drugs move in your house. If you do, birds of the feather flock together, because you're not gonna put up with the
Mm-hmm.
bullshit that they got going on, because it's gonna be a lot of
Yep.
sketchy, and if you're not sketchy, it ain't gonna work out. I know from experience. You can't do it. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So, do I think she was on it? Yes, I do. Because I kept hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's a lighter, right? Hold on, wait. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to show y'all a motherfucking difference today. Hold up. Now I'm gonna turn my camera on because I don't want no hoe to clock me on this right quick, okay?
there you go.
So
Can you
this
see
is
that?
it's broke, but here's what I'm about to use, okay? This is what I'm about to use. This, you hear that? Versus
Mm-hmm.
okay. Turn my camera back off so we won't skip. Now there's a difference. Now this sound is with a lighter that's used for candles. That's typically not what it's for. It's usually a torch lighter you hear that makes that same sound. versus the click, click, click. It makes a pop, 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 right? She's not lighting a blunt with no torch. I didn't heard pop, 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 pop. Now, that's her business. I never said anything because I didn't want, you know what I'm saying? Because as a friend, I told her stuff. She told me stuff. We talked. I knew her situation, but I didn't know that man was doing that. But I just figured because her son was on it, and then she had made a comment one time about her friend that used to pop over. I didn't know that guy was even living there until I came back. But there's been times when I've heard a pop pop, and she said she was lighting the blunt. I never said anything because I took her at her word. But baby, put two and two
Okay,
together, sitting back
but you have to look at the
legally.
type of substances as well. So I mean, I smoke a lot of weed too. Like I mean, there's a lot of people that do, and when you do that, you tend to start like fading out. You know, you start getting tired, you get a little groggy, you talk a little bit slower. I never once when we would hear the lighters clicking and whatever over and over and over again. I never once heard her start coming down. It was always like coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Never had that low BMI. She never had that sluggish voice. Right now, I'm sluggish. I hear that, right? I'm very sluggish.
Mm.
We won't say much more, but I'm very sluggish. No, but okay, so I want to throw this out there, not to change the subject, but Bridge has been extra quiet, and I want to get a little rumble out of Miss Bridge right quick. So we're gonna
What
pull
you
this up
mean?
right quick. I want to get a little rumbly out of you.
I mean, what you want me to say? You're a pimp.
Oh Lord,
Okay.
is that
What is
Kaya's
this?
man?
Yep.
She said he did not
Oh
do
no.
drugs, right? He did not do drugs, right? Look at the last
Okay.
charge.
Drug,
Possession.
not interested.
What's that? Living from earnings? How is? I didn't even know that was a charge. Living from earnings of what?
It is in that area because it's so high. It's done so often.
Oh, okay.
It's
I've
done
just
so
never
often.
seen that before.
Okay,
So
possession drug not introduced into commerce. So he was using the drugs. So he wasn't selling
yeah.
them. Basically, that's saying that
Right.
he's using the drugs.
How you catch a charge though for living with a prostitute?
So in that area, so I do know in certain areas over there, some prostitution is legal, okay? But you cannot transport them or you cannot live with them. That's what it becomes a charge. That's when it becomes breaking the law. You cannot transport them or they're living. So that's why they use hotels in vehicles or me at the casino. That's why I'm gonna be at the casino because hotels at a casino. So I know a little bit. But living from earnings, there's two charges. And if you notice, there's two charges on almost everything, right? I think the living from earnings prostitute, there's two women he's living off of. Who I think she was with him. I'm sorry.
The only two things that I need to see are
Child
child
endangerment,
endangerment and
pandering child.
pandering. Pandering a child. That's it. I'm done. I don't need to know any more than that. You're trash.
Yeah.
So his last name is, so they ain't married. So why she using his last damn name on YouTube? That's trash. Oh, that's more tea. Oh, that's more tea. Girl,
Her married?
She's using that man's last name on her YouTube channel. No wonder they took get off the internet. That's
I wonder
trash.
what's
They're
common
common
law
law married.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
common
It don't
law?
matter. Why would you use that last name and it's tied to what it's
No,
tied to
it
and get
does.
on YouTube and
No,
try to
it does.
judge?
No, it does matter. If that's her husband, then she can use his name,
Yeah, but Abby,
right?
you
But
look crazy.
they not married
That's your,
though.
but if that's the case,
Obviously,
tell
they
your
do
story.
consider themselves married. But see, the thing is, that's her life partner. That's not crazy. That's her
But
household. She's protecting that as best she can right now. So how
no,
is
because
that crazy?
she's not protecting it. She's protecting it. She wouldn't use that as a YouTube name. She have a whole new YouTube name. YouTube name. She's not protecting
Yeah.
it. Because
I
for
mean,
somebody to
it's
have her
kind of.
name,
Is it not odd that she uses her government name as her YouTube name anyway? Think. I mean,
Well,
think about
definitely
that.
doing foodie, but I think maybe she started before it got to be what it is because
Yeah, because
Girl World
she's
and
been on
Foodie
10.
Beauty, yeah. So when she started, it probably wasn't so weird, but now, yeah.
off.
Oof, I don't
And
know. I
remember,
think I would have changed that years ago, but that's just me.
yeah, because remember for a while I was scared people was going to find out more information about which I don't have a lot about me, to honestly. I just seen what the people were doing with information. So I was like, oh, I need to lock my shit down. I need to hide my stuff. And so me, Edna, also Edna, so she helped me think of all the stuff I have my name on it. But then I got to thinking like, there's no point in me hiding because I'm already out here. Let me just put everything out here. That may be it. But if you're gonna put that name out there and put your stuff out there, you better be ready to explain your story before
Yeah.
somebody else do.
That's the
Why
part.
would
She
we?
should have already had an explanation. Like, I don't think she's really healed from the trauma and everything that she's gone through with it because she's not able to really speak about it. For this to be rocking her the way it is and the way this is unfolded, is she's still processing it all.
Mm.
Like
So
just the other day, there was no victim. So that's what I mean. Like she's very much dealing with this at the moment because there's no way you can have a prostitution charge and whatever in society and have any kind of morals or anything and think that there's no victim. I- This is crazy talk.
well, I mean, we all seen the written down apology that was read, right?
Mm-hmm.
See,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what comes out of this because the only thing that I can say is coming out of when you're in if you're experiencing like narcissistic abuse of any kind, if you're being manipulated and she feels like she's indebted to that man and whatever he says goes, I mean, he could have her convinced that even what the charges he was convicted for, they weren't true, that he got screwed over by the system, that wasn't him, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
But when that type of thing is brought to light and you have the public looking at it and saying to you, this is wrong. He is showing no remorse. He was not rehabilitated during his prison time. He doesn't care that this happened. He's not sorry. I'm just wondering if that's hitting her differently, and I just wonder how she's processing it because it's one of two things. Either that's the case, and now she's starting to process, like, oh my God, I've been lied to for 12 years, or,
Ding,
whatever.
ding, ding.
I've been manipulated, or she knows exactly how her man is and she's been a part of it.
Yeah,
It's
she ain't.
one.
She's not processing anything, and the way that she tippy toes around everything about like, I can't talk about that because I don't want to ruin it. Like people are asking her, like, what has he done to help the community? Well, I don't want to. She knows he hasn't done anything. She's sitting up there lying. She knows, and I think they're still doing their little hustle together. I really do. That's
That
just
would
my
I,
opinion.
that's my I
I,
mean, what it's looking like to me too, unfortunately.
I, I told y'all I had made Bridge start talking, didn't I? No, Bridge, you're
Mm.
right
I
too.
don't know. I'm
I think that
hopeful that she's just like I think having all the
Edna.
people talk about and giving their mindset or giving their thought process about like the fact that there was no victim and the no remorse and all that. If he's been telling her a story all these years,
Hmm.
for her to be smacked in the face with why not, that might be new. And there would be a lot to process from that.
Well, let me ask you all this. So, I'm the type of person that I stay up pretty late. Like I mean, if I've got something to do the next day and I got to get up real early, no, I take my ass to bed and I go to sleep and I do what I need to do as an adult. But anytime that I've ever popped into Kai's lives, and I never watched her like that, but it's weird to me that I didn't even know she had a man. And
Right.
where is he when she's doing her lives like early morning hours. And
He outside pimping.
well, that
He
it's
outside
weird.
pimping.
Supposedly this man has a 9 to 5, right? He's a cook or
Mhm.
whatever. And
I heard you. These are not 9 to 5 hours.
No,
Yeah.
them hoeing hours. Them hoeing and tweaking hours. Don't nothing move don't nothing move past 2 a.m. but hoes and tweaks.
yeah, but is that not weird though, that like she never
You're
mentioned
right.
her man in her lives? Like if somebody was like, oh, where's whatever his name is? Oh, he's sleeping. He's got to work at
Well,
8 in the morning or whatever. Like I
Well,
yeah,
never even heard that.
Lindsay, you're so right because it was always
right.
we got to be quiet because of the raccoons or whatever, the dogs. It was always about the dogs and stuff, but I haven't heard about her partner either.
And when she would talk about so with her grandmother, I know that she talked about her grandmother often, and it was going to like the grocery store or things like that. Never, I mean, he was never mentioned in anything like, oh,
Mm.
me and my husband are gonna go. Like she had some kind of issue with like her pool, like a storm tore it up or something, and there was no mention of, well, as soon as my husband gets off work, we're going to do this or that. It's just really weird to me. I don't, it's the mathing to me. I don't know.
Well, you remember when she went on that road trip, okay? Kaya was acting, y'all, but that's her real life. How she pulled up in that red car and that pimp, like that pimp. Darby, oh, baby, shall I pull that up? Bridge, can you pull that up for me real quick? Or can
Which
somebody put it on the
one?
computer up for me?
Not the bootleg hustle and flow.
Yeah, okay, that was real life. Think about it. That was real life, low key. And she did that when she was on a trip, right? Where was he at when she was on that trip that she went with her homegirl or something, right? Because she went on a trip sometime with somebody, and she made that video about Foodie in that red car,
Oh my
like
God.
a thug. She
All
was
I
a
can
whole
think about
maverick.
now is that stupid song. It's hot out here for a pimp. Oh my
Because
God.
he's trying to use kids for his rent. He can't do that. Ooh,
No, you cannot.
ooh, bomb drop.
I don't know. I think this is, in my opinion, I think this is going to go deeper because we all know that in GorlWorld, people don't just let stuff go away. Like there's going to be people that are doing research and people that are trying to come up on their own reaction channels that haven't been getting a lot of traction because there's so many reactors already to Foodie and Amberlynn and all these people. Somebody is going to do a deep dive on Kaya's situation, and I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more that comes out, a lot more speculations. I
Well,
just see it
I'm glad you
happening.
said that. I'm glad you said that because I want to pull the actual transcripts because those are
Looking
all written
for
down.
the
Them.
I mean, you've got your
Sorry,
like
I went.
Martys of YouTube that find all this information. I mean, I can't believe it hasn't already come out that where her husband works, where exactly they live. I mean, it's not that hard to start pulling Google Street Views and figuring out stuff. People could call the restaurant that her man works at. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can be done, and that can be done by anybody. I mean, I'm not doing it because I don't care to do that, but somebody will. And
That's
that's
why I said
what I'm
that.
waiting
That's
for.
why I said, because I said too. I think I said it to her. Like, if you come back, people are going to start digging. Like, for real, they're going to dig into your life and
right.
everything about you. I was like, I'm not going to do it, but they're going to dig.
I mean, look at all
Well,
these
Yep.
it's just the fact that Marty told her sleep with one eye open. That
Mm-hmm.
and for her to just be like, I already do. What?
okay, so
Right. Yes.
Edna, when he said that, okay, that's another thing that I've wanted to see is Kaya is the one that said in that on that panel, I've got all these threats coming to me saying that they're gonna, unalive my dog and they're gonna blow up my house and, all these things. And then that's when Marty said, yeah, you better sleep with one eye open. I thought he was just agreeing that if she's getting threats to do that, but I've never seen receipts that
Okay,
Kaya has posted of anybody threatening her. Has anybody seen that?
here's a
Mm-mm.
receipt that I got from somebody that's got this. So if you look on the far right side where the address is, that's her full address, and I have the full address that somebody DM me. I'm not gonna say who she is. I want to tell her thank you, appreciate you, boo. You come in clutch. It's got a full address out, and this
Okay, so
somebody
wait
else.
a minute. So, Chef, on that picture right there to the right is her current address.
As of the date, and it has the date is current as of, which is August 26th. It's in a
Oh.
video on YouTube. In a
Okay,
video.
so is that a site that is going to update when they
When-
every time that he moves, or was that the
Yes,
address at the time of the offense as well?
this is the address at the time of the
Oh,
search.
no, because if
So
he's on
whoever
a list,
searched
it
it,
would be updated every time he
yeah,
moves.
he has to be
Yep.
I'm
updated.
sure
Has
it has
to.
to be within a few
Look at
months or something.
look at
Yep.
Yeah,
the picture. That's him as of today. That's not him 12 years ago. That's him as today.
Hmm.
right.
So, did he have any other charges after that?
The only
Because
charges that I seen was on this one case that I got sent. I haven't done no digging. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't done no digging. Somebody I was lucky enough to get this DM from the charges that he had from the one thing.
now I'm not
I
I'm
don't.
not well
No,
versed in
this
this stuff,
this
but a new picture?
this
This is
How does
a
that
isn't
happen?
video.
this is not one thing. You see at the top it says conspiracy, grand larceny, grand larceny. That he had those charges beforehand. I looked into it. It was for stolen vehicles. This is all everything combined of his.
Everything.
See what
So not
Moose said
only
in
did he
the
get caught
chat?
once, he got caught 2 times.
Yep.
Prostitution. You, y'all think the second time was her?
You know what? I don't know if it's 2 times for prostitution, but I know that grand larceny charge is one of the felonies he had beforehand.
Well, well, I know it says living from earnings prostitute 2 times, transfer prostitute 2 times, and pandering for child once, kidnapping first degree. The kidnapping first degree was that the young lady because she was a minor, so she ran away from home. So that's still kidnapped because he knew that she ran away from home.
Are the dates on those charges, Chef?
That I don't have.
That's
I
what
don't have.
I'm
I
curious
haven't done.
about.
I haven't
Is
done digging.
I don't know.
But
It's just making me wonder how this works, because I mean, again, I don't know how like sex offender registries work, but if
me
that's
neither.
a
I'm not
current
one.
picture, then I don't know if they have to submit or go. That looks like a picture that he had to go somewhere and have
Yeah.
done.
I think they will have to go because every so often you have to go in because you change, and they have to warn everybody around you in a certain
Well,
distance that that
another
you're in the
thing,
area.
he's got a he's got a do-rag on his picture, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I know, like, at least where I'm at in my state, they won't even let you wear a hat in your driver's license picture.
Really?
So if you're
Oh,
updating
Interesting.
a photo for a registry, you would think that they would have you take that off just because they don't, you know what I mean? So you can tell what
Yeah.
I
their
was thinking
hair
that
color
same
is,
thing.
hairstyle.
I look like a whole
Okay.
foot on my
So
license for many years. They got me
Capone said
slipping.
the sex offender has to keep the state updated. Okay.
Oh, and I was gonna say, so I'm not sure if this is common knowledge, but I guess I just realized first degree is the most like aggressive or the most serious of the two. It's first degree or second, and
Right.
it's kidnapping is it's lack of consent. So I don't know if that lack of consent is because she was underage, so there is no consent to give, or because he actually kidnapped her, like, physically removes her and against her will and all that.
Hey, Chef, since you have another device, can you Google that really quick for her state? Just to like confirm that.
What state is it?
Isn't it Indiana?
Ohio.
Oh, it's Ohio.
Ohio?
Ah,
Okay.
let me stop. Sorry. Well, it's already out there. It's already in the video, as y'all can see. It's in the video because that's a video on YouTube. Somebody sent me a screenshot of. I'm gonna have to ask her who made that so I can get the video. I forgot to ask her. Okay, so let me stop doxing people, but she's already doxed, so I ain't doing
Oh, I
that
mean,
next.
I
It
knew where
says
she
that
lived from her videos, from her own lives, like from stuff that she said. So, I mean, that's the state has been put out there. That's not a big deal.
well, it says the kidnapping in the first degree is a felony involving 15 years to life in prison with a fine up to 20,000. That's just a quick Google search. So it's just like kidnapping of first degree is serious in and of itself. For him to only have done 5 years for all those charges seemed like not a lot of time.
She had a good lawyer. That means he's making a lot of money off these ladies.
Oh, I'd say he snitched on some other landlords, is what happened.
Oh, okay. That's the way to put it. He showed this snitch on some landlords. Oh.
I mean, I know people that have done more time than that for like certain quantities of marijuana. They did more than 5
Right.
years, you know?
Okay, I'm looking it
Mind
up
you, he
now.
was
So
charged,
Ohio based
they said he was
registries.
charged with 10, but still.
So there are two types of sex offender registries in the state of Ohio. There's the offense-based registries in the U.S. The majority of states apply with offense-based registries, Ohio being one of them, which do not take into account an offender's risk level nor the severity of their offense. And then you have a risk-based registry, states which implements risk-based registries which take into account the individual circumstances of an offender and the underlying offense may do so for the purpose of civil rights and fairness, but are often pressured by the federal government to adopt offense-based systems that align with the federal Walsh Child Protection Safety Act. Nothing. So it says names, photos, fingerprints, identifying tattoos, scars, residence, place of employment, and vehicle information. Damn. Oh, buddy. But it doesn't say how often you have to update it.
See, I don't know. I'm very interested in like where he got his charges,
1,000 feet.
if there were any more in the state of Ohio, and like when they moved and why they moved. It's just weird. Like, I don't know, like why was Kaya, supposedly taking care of an elderly man out in Vegas when her grandmother has been in Ohio the whole time? And if they were so close, why, you know what I mean? It just, I don't know. Stuff's not making sense to me.
So they're in Ohio. So they're in Ohio. There's different tiers. There's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, depending on the severity of the crime. He can fit into tier 1 and tier 2 because pandering involving a minor. Okay, so he can fit into tier 2. Tier 2 says 25 years register every 180 days. Every 180 days, he has to register and go get a picture because he's tier 2. Tier 3 is every 90 days. Tier
Wow.
And that's in
tier 1,
Ohio?
yeah, that's in Ohio. Tier 1 is 15 years registry and 10 years in certain cases. So every 10 years, you have to go register.
So I
But
wonder
tier
what it is in Nevada, and if that's why they ended up moving back to
no, he can do tier
Ohio.
3 because he's got kidnapping on there, right? It did say kidnapping.
Yeah, I think so.
Kidnapping. He's tier number 3, so it's lifetime it's a lifetime and it's every 90 days. Into tier 3.
So does
I heard
anybody
Bridget
in the chat watch Kaya? Like watch her, like you know about her? Because I'm curious if she's ever said in like the span of her channel on why her and her man moved to Ohio, because it is just weird to me. Like she makes
They
it
could have
seem
moved
like
for the
so
They could have moved for they could have moved for the grandma. She was when she was in Vegas. She was on drugs and everything like that. She got clean, and she probably moved for her grandma. Grandma probably got older. You know.
Okay.
Okay, so I could agree with that because Vegas is known for prostitution. It's legal there. Ohio's not. So the type of crowd you have is different. And if you're trying to get going straight and narrow path, I wouldn't be living in Vegas.
That's true.
But I thought the grandma lived. I thought they lived with the grandma. Come on now, explain that to me, please, somebody.
She said that the grandma had her own place. The grandma wants to be independent and have her own place.
The thing is, she was also talking about a trailer, and who knows how close to grandma really is, and if it's more semantics than anything.
Yeah.
Because what's their own place if it's next door or what have you, you know?
And she on the live that Marty was on there questioning her, she was talking about trimming the hedges for her grandma and like just weird shit. I don't know. It just I don't know. I don't know if that was her just trying to like deflect and just spit out a bunch of stuff like, oh, we do everything for my grandmother and you all shouldn't be doing it for me because I'm a good person. I don't know.
Capone said she has her own spot, not place. When somebody says they got their own spot, that means I got my own room. I didn't use that line before too.
You know Kaya Hood. She'd be like, "Oh, I got my own spot." That could mean anything. Kaya Hood.
That's true. That's true. I'm reading too much into that one. Thank you, Bridge.
Hey Chef, if you ever want to do some like crazy tea on this channel, do you all know who Mama Tot is?
No.
Oh, she's all over. Like Mama Tot's on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everything. She's like a pretty well-known person for just being like this sweet woman that advocates for people and this and that. And she's now got a whole Reddit thread about her being shady, and it all started coming out when she started using terms like plug and things like that. So now
it's like, Mama, where you get that lingo from, huh?
Yeah, she was like, well, I have my own earring plugs, like talking about where she buys her earrings and stuff like that. And like people started noticing the language that she was using, and they're like, maybe she's not so innocent. And then there's like a whole Reddit thread now that's revealing all this stuff about her.
That sounds hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's all about, just the terms that you use or whatever. So it is kind of funny though.
Y'all, I was gonna say that. Damn. Sorry, y'all. Oh, hold on. Let me ask y'all about something. I'm gonna see if y'all know who this person is too. Cause I like getting all kinds of drama, y'all. I don't have a certain drama, okay?
So
y'all know Shira?
Capone said
yes, I know a little bit about her.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play for 2 seconds. Hold on. Hopefully it work, y'all.
He's afraid to go to jail because that means he can't hit a man. He's scared of men, so he want to hit a woman. All right. So make sure you know that you will call the police at any given time, even when he sleeps. Surprise. If any man ever even threatens you, you can report that too. And don't think it's cute. Oh, he must really care about me. No, he don't. He don't care about you. He care about those police though. Call him and find out. That's what I would do. Wait till he get all comfortable in the bed, sleep. I will let you think I forgave you. I will let you get in your pajamas. Then I'm gonna call the police. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go order a pizza. I'll be right back. Hello, this is the police. You got a fake cry. This is how you do the fake emotion. I'm afraid. Go back in. Okay, baby. The pizza be here in about a couple of minutes. When they hear that police knock, he ain't jumping up trying to run because it's the pizza. Get your Snapchat on.
Steph, is she talking about setting somebody up or how to report if a man actually threatens you? Or is she talking about if you're mad at your man, call the police and
No, she's talking about if he puts his hands on you.
Oh,
So
okay.
Shira has a lot of good advice for women, whether it's money, dating. And the reasons why I brought that specific one up was because Natter, y'all know we used to cover Natter, right, for the longest, okay? He stopped posting it and stopped going live on his original page. He's on Natty Daddy Live with Dee Dee and her mother, okay? And I didn't know they was living together. Go ahead, Bridge.
The mom is
No,
officially.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm just in shock too because the mom is officially moved into the 1-bedroom condo, right?
Yeah, and she's on the couch with him, and it just doesn't look right to me. It doesn't look right. And I was wondering if y'all want to eventually down the line maybe peep the moments where they interact with the mother to see what kind of interaction is going on to form our own speculation and alleged capabilities. We would have no idea what's going on, but we can sure put the pieces of the puzzle together.
That's sad. It's sad no matter how you spin that. That
Yeah.
elderly woman living in a 1-bedroom place with Natter, who thinks that he's the owner of that condo, putting up
Right.
the El Shami family on that elderly woman's cabinets. That's her house. And I can already tell you she's being treated as if she's a guest in his house. And that's just disgusting.
Yeah, it's wild to see because I it's just wild to see because like my brain really can't comprehend how you can have your home, you can have your mother, and you're taking care of everything, but yet he's coming and like taking the credit publicly for it.
Like I just
And him
and when you
bathing
say
her. Let that sink in. Like I honestly I would have a hard time paying a nurse or having somebody that was a qualified professional coming in and taking care of my mother when she's in a vulnerable position like that. I mean, bathing someone,
Yeah.
that it's the same with elderly people, children. You really have to like vet these people and see who they are and make sure that you can trust them around your loved ones. And Dee Dee is allowing Natter of all people in the world bathe her mother. I can't comprehend that at all.
So okay, so that's new to me. So was there like a live stream if that was happening, or
I'll
how
have
did
to
that come
find
up?
it. It was brought up in several people's I know several people have made like videos and have said stuff about it. I don't know if it was in a live stream that he said something about it or if Dee Dee said something about it. But I'll try to find it and just make sure that it's not a rumor. But I know I've heard that in several different spaces of GorlWorld. So
Well, I mean, that's easy to believe because of the fact that she works, right? So when she's at work, who is going to bathe her mother? Her mother does need
Does she?
care,
Does
right?
she? Does she work? I thought she lost her job.
so
Girl, I'm out of loop. I don't know.
Dee
I
Dee
thought she
went.
did. So
So Dee
He's
Dee lost her
working.
job, and then she went back to work, and supposedly she was working during the day, and I think that was right before Dee Dee's mother moved back in with them. I don't think she's working now, But I do know that she went back to work for a short time, but I don't think she has to work now because, I mean, I don't know how Canadian healthcare works, but I can't imagine that it would be free to be in like a luxury style nursing home. And it seemed like they were spending a lot of money that was mom's money to have her in there. And it seems like that's the reason that they moved her back home so they could pocket that money. And I know like in the States, there's a lot of states that you get paid to be your
Yeah.
family caregiver.
Sure
Right.
do. Yeah, absolutely. Well, not only that though, we actually had a source from the inside to tell us that's exactly the reason why they moved her mother from there. Y'all remember Chili and Gypsy?
Yep.
Okay. Me and Gypsy is a good friend of them. Well, was a good friend to she came on our panel and spilled that tea. Y'all, once she spilled that fucking tea, okay, Nada dropped her ass and they haven't been cool. They fell out a while back, as far as I know, because I haven't seen her over there. She's supposed to be back over there, but I haven't seen no videos with her yet. So I figured once she told his business like that, he got very upset and dropped her. Now, y'all probably thinking, well, why do we believe these people? Okay, there's only a few people in this world or in this community that I trust with absolutely a grain of salt. I trust with a lot. Okay, these are two people, Lindsay and Lindsay. Okay, so when they tell me stuff, they don't lie. They've done their research or they've heard it somewhere, and not just one person. They've heard it multiple times and dug something. So
Well,
I
and
will believe these two ladies over anything.
well, think
I
about this
just
too. Think
makes
about what
sense.
was said. It makes perfect sense because
Yeah,
why else would a known math addict who we have seen doing those substances on a live video, why would a couple that has openly done sexual acts on a live want an elderly woman moving into their one bedroom space for anything other than financial gain? There's
can we
no
throw this
other
up there?
explanation for that.
Can we throw this up there for the ones who are new to this and don't know what we're talking about? Um, trigger warning. Trigger warning before I get started. Um, trigger warning. So that means if you have a trigger for anything that's traumatizing, tune the hell out right now. 5, 4, 3.
On YouTube. That's BS. That's BS. So every single person, millions of people that are on YouTube are not entitled to the privacy. Is that what I'm hearing?
Okay, then we're back. Okay.
And that's
So
exactly what he was doing over there. He wasn't, it's so obvious. Like, there's no excuse for that. Anybody that knows anything knows what that is.
yeah,
And all those other videos of what they're doing, you know, on lives with her hand going up and down and you know, all this other. Why would they move in an elderly person to where they can't just do whatever they want? It's so they can afford more of those substances. And poor mama up in there, you know, I mean, I just feel so bad for her. It breaks my heart.
she had dark circles around her eyes, like she was tired. Like, you know how you get tired and you have dark circles. They're not like from abuse. I'm not saying she's being abused. Don't y'all run with that. But she looks tired in that one video. She really did. I don't know if that's because of that or because how can you sleep comfortably in a one bedroom apartment with 3 people with
Look at
weird
what
hours?
Didi looks like. I mean, if you, I don't know if you have them available, but anybody can go look and see what Didi looked like in the beginning and what she looks like now after what, I mean, now don't get me wrong. I don't think that Didi was a sober angel before Natter came along, because if you're not a certain type of person, you're not going to be attracted to Natter. But I mean, just
Exactly.
look at how much Didi has aged. It's like there's nothing behind her eyes anymore. I mean, she's just gone. And I hope that, I don't know. I hope that that mom gets out of there and can go back to that nursing facility. She's better off there.
Well, see, the thing was, they both felt like she was wasting her money. But at the end of the day, okay, let the woman waste her money. She's not wasting. She's getting care. She's living comfortably, and she's old enough to spend her money. Because at the end of the day, if she don't spend it before she go, y'all gonna spend it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And y'all gonna spend it on things that are not gonna benefit y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's hard to see it. And that's gonna end up being her way to the grave. And I hate to say that. I don't wish that on her at all. But by looking at her and how she's carrying herself, a heart attack is nothing to play with. And that drug will cause you to have a heart attack if you're not taking care of yourself while you're out there and on it. Period. Are we froze?
No, we're good.
No,
I was
good.
just letting you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I've been smart my street. But no, he did say it was. He did say that oil was CBD oil. And we bounced around to so many topics. It was a good live though.
This was a good
Yeah,
one.
it's been good.
What else y'all got? You got anything else? Or y'all want to call it wraps?
I pretty much said what I had to say.
So, just to recap, how we feel about Timber, y'all? How we feeling about Timber? If Timber came back tomorrow,
I mean,
I
I
would you
mean,
guys
always wish
I'll
her
support
a
wish,
Timber?
happy
I'll wish her a happy
birthday.
birthday. I'll wish her a happy birthday, and that's it.
That's about
Can we
it.
hit everybody in the chat, smash the thumbs up button, and give Timber a happy birthday? Wish Timber a happy birthday in the chat, please. But no, like I'm not
She,
even trying to be funny.
she should come back. She should come back with her birthday stream. That should be her big comeback. That would
Oh,
be
that would be
It
great.
a
would be
theme,
so
wouldn't it?
funny. Yes, it would.
I think that would kind of break the ice for people and give them a
Yep.
laugh, like, girl, you played us.
Yep.
Hey, I'm here for it, whatever happens. But if she did come back on her actual birthday or whatever, that would be funny.
Okay, so Moose is looking like it's thumbs down. It's a no. Okay, so now Moose, now when we say support, I don't mean necessarily financial support because I know that'll be hard for a lot of people. Oh, Vidal, you want to come up here? Oh, I love Vidal's little. He be reading. Come on, Vidal, if you available. I just dropped the link. We was kind of just ending, but like we're just going over a
More the
recap.
merrier.
Hey, can I just say
Yeah.
thank you to everybody that's been here for this whole time? This is a long ass live, so thank you to everybody that's been in the
know.
chat and interacting for this amount of time.
Absolutely. And for those who don't know, we are going live. Okay, we going live more often, as y'all can
When you
see.
get your internet together.
Okay. Period. Or you know what? He said, "LOL, no, thank you." He said, "I've been in enough drama and bullshit. I'm cool." And Nolabu says no. So you wouldn't even support her by just watching.
Mm.
You wouldn't, because I know financial would be a whole flat out no for a while for people. I do know that. Because how you bounce back from that?
Not me being shady. If she came back, I'd go in there and say happy birthday and report her stream.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
she's throwing out ideas, y'all.
I was just kidding.
Well.
I take that seriously.
Okay, so how do we feel about Miss Simmons' life? This is gonna be Bridget's bread and butter. All right, Bridge, go ahead.
You know
What
what?
you
I
feel?
don't know. I told her, I think should stay off. But if she comes back, I think she's gonna have support. Not as much support, but she's gonna have support because people are gonna believe those tears that she was, those dry tears that she was doing.
Salt. Do you think that because have you noticed so far she's lost over 1,000
Yeah,
subscribers in 12 days?
she's lost about 1,500, but I mean she's still sitting on 6,000.
Okay, period. Okay, I wish I was just there. Okay, I wish I was at 5, you know. But do you think, guys, that she's gonna have do you think that she can eventually bounce back from this? I mean, I think she can.
No.
I don't think she's gonna bounce back. She'll just be there.
Okay.
You know.
Well, when I say bounce back. This community is not the Barbs. Let's just get that real fast, okay? Let me get that real straight, because this community cannot cancel people 100%. It could slow your growth down by by a lot, but it
You
will
know,
not count you because it's not the Barbs. You don't have 1 million subscribers up under your belt. There's 40,000 active subscribers, in my opinion, over here.
I think the only way that Kaya could come back and actually make it is if she came on live and showed some proof or something that she left that man. She didn't. And if she comes out and says, I was being manipulated, I was lied to, I didn't look into this stuff, whatever, yada, 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 and I'm not with him anymore, it's disgusting behavior, she might have a chance, but that's not going to
Oh,
happen
I don't.
because that's not how.
Yeah, I was like, no way. She
Well,
is
not
10
only that,
toes down.
yeah. Well, she's carrying his last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she has at all.
Wow, carrying the name.
Yeah.
That's her channel name, Simmons. Kaya Simmons Life. But she's engaged. But common law does not exist in 90% of the states. 99.9% of the states do not accept common law no more. Oklahoma don't.
I watch too much TikTok because all I can think about with that picture up there is like, that's my man. Thank you to my man. Like that's all I can think about with like, I don't know, his doofy ass picture up there and her just going so hard for him. And it's like, it's just not a good look. Like crimes against children. No, absolutely not. You're done. Like, that's it. Game over.
I
Okay,
I
celebrity
mean, I
producer.
feel that way, but it's also like, what about redemption? Like, and I know he hasn't shown that, but it just opens up the question for me is like, when, like, what could she do, and what could he do to okay it, or to make a path forward? But I'm getting the feeling that there is none. It's like we're good on that situation.
Yeah, it seems like she feels like after the couple of panels that she did, I don't know, that one that Marty was in and questioning her, she was almost seemed um like get over it. I've already said my piece. What else do you want from me? Just get over it. That's kind of like the attitude that I got from her.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that. No, I could totally see that as hmm.
And it's hard to take because we haven't really heard anything that is, I don't want to say excuses. What's the word? Explains, or
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm
The way
I'm
you can
having a
explain
loss
it,
of word.
you
Yeah, I mean, just kind of like, just kind of, I guess, just explain what's going on. It's like uh, it just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound good, and it's like a no, thank you. And I like Kaya. Like, I liked her for what it was and everything, but it's just that there's other people to watch and listen to that don't support that kind of lifestyle. If you choose to consider that a lifestyle.
okay, you choose to consider that a lifestyle. And I like the way you word certain things, boo. Um, okay, hold on. I'm trying to put this thing up here. What was I gonna say? There was something in the comments. Capone says I got canceled for showing support in her chat before we knew the details. Like, when you got canceled, like elaborate, like what type of support are you talking about? Was it just financial support you were showing and they got upset with you about, or was it just saying, hey, don't attack her kind of support? Like, what was the support? I'm
Yeah,
curious.
Capone gets canceled every other day. So
I was about to say, I thought she was canceled over something else, but
no, because
Capone?
I know Capone was in her chat just being like, "It's okay, we love you," stuff. It's like stuff like that, words of encouragement. When then that was on the first live stream where Kaya was trying to explain everything but didn't explain anything, and so Capone was there, and so she got canceled for that again.
You know something really like interesting about Kaya and anybody else that I guess people attempt to cancel them for whatever is everybody has a past, right? Like
Mhm.
everybody has done something that they're not proud of, that they wouldn't necessarily want, the internet to know about or whatever. But I've seen people that have a lot more followers than Kaya ever thought about having. And they've done
Okay.
crazy stuff and been caught. But it's almost like the way that they handle it gets
Mhm.
through it. So you either have to
Wow.
like come out of the gates and I'm so sorry. I've completely changed. I never wanted the internet to know this about me, but it was just that was a different time. I'm a different person, yada yada yada. Or I've seen other people that stuff is exposed about them and they never acknowledge it. Ever. They never acknowledge it and then it just goes away. Like Michaela on TikTok, and she's got like 20 plus million followers, and she came out and was scamming people over some mascara. That may seem very minor, when it comes to things that you can be canceled for, but she flat out came out and lied about this, and everybody was making videos on her. She never acknowledged it one time, and guess what? It went away.
And I
And I
think that if Kaya had done either of those situations or came out from the gate saying like if this was a different time in our lives and we're both changed, if she would have did that from the very start, then it would have fared better for her. But she didn't,
yes.
and she was like, "There's no victim." And then later that night, her and him came out was like, "There is no victim," and that's what messed her up.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like she should have been trying to work on a little bit of like PR for herself
Mm-hmm.
and gathered herself and figured out how she was going to approach this. But instead, she just wants to hop on panels with people
Mm-hmm.
and run her mouth, and it just made it so much worse because she put details out that I'm
Yeah.
not sure if anybody even knew, but she
Yes.
was
Yep.
like defending
Honey,
stuff
that's
that
what I was
nobody knew
gonna
about.
say. Who outed her? Because she was the one who told her business to me because I was watching her and that's what I heard it from. So exactly what you were saying, like who was who was spilling the tea?
She also
She
said
told.
she didn't give a fuck either what y'all think.
Mhm.
She also said that. She says, I don't give a
Yep.
fuck.
Wait, Kaya, she's never fought like a fist fight,
No,
fisticuffs?
she don't give a flying F.
Oh, okay. I was about to
Well, I guess she
no,
wouldn't care
I
because
don't know.
according to her, YouTube doesn't pay her bills. Well, honey, how are
Lie.
they paying your bills? Because the people want to know now.
Because she made about $100 in that live stream too when she was that first. She made about $100 out of pocket watching. But that apology was very aggressive. Very aggressive.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Oh,
much
I
so.
don't
And
think
it was
that.
not sincere.
I didn't see an apology anywhere in anything that
Right.
she said.
Yep.
Except for his stream, and his apology was red. Okay.
He tried to have
Y'all,
a
I
political apology, a politician apology.
okay. A Trump apology. Ooh, let me shut up. Somebody wrote that for him. And
Too
still
bad he
couldn't
doesn't have
get
his
it right.
mugshot being put on T-shirts, huh?
Okay.
That was
Speaking of mugshots, girl, the internet knows how to play, and the internet be so bored. Hold on, y'all. The internet be so bored, and I'll be here for the internet. Let's just say that I live for the internet. Let's find this picture real quick. Mm.
Maybe that is something that Kaya could do because Charlie Gold did that. She threw her
But it,
mugshot on merch.
Who gonna buy a a picture for merch? I wish y'all would.
right.
I will
And he
clown
ugly
y'all.
too. He
no,
ugly
Okay,
no,
he
too.
no.
not
I'm
even
not having
cool.
his.
Kaya is not a weak ass bitch. She could do it.
Have y'all seen the people that get support on
Hi, is a
YouTube?
what?
She is not a weak ass bitch. You heard me?
Yep.
Chef, people wanted to
Did
buy
you say?
Foodie Beauty's back scratcher that she scratched her fupa with and ate
No, thank
macaroni and
you.
cheese off of. Somebody will buy a
No.
t-shirt.
Oh, not the. Oh, you right. But you know what
But
though?
you know what? The money needs to go to like sex
Battered
trafficking
women.
victims or something like
Yes.
that. Yeah, some kind of shelter.
What is? Oh my
Good.
gosh.
Oh no.
I told y'all the internet.
Funny.
The internet is full of life shenanigans. But look, it gets better. Okay, we all know who this is. Okay.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Somebody said he's invited to all the barbecues now.
Okay. The fact that somebody has this much time and is this creative, it really throws me through a loop of what they can really do with your picture.
I love it.
Right.
I think it's great.
But we're gonna remove this if I get canceled. Oh, but y'all, I really appreciate this live. Racist AF. See it. This Capone's already finna get. I mean, celebrities already about to get me. Let me get out of here, okay? But yeah, so I really appreciate y'all for being here. Make sure y'all smash that thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you to everybody on the panel. Can y'all make sure y'all drop these ladies' links again? Bridge, maybe Icy. She has a channel. Go check her out. She keeps the tea. She's the one who I'm sure she might be saying it. This is the one who I got that video from with Kaya Erased. So she keeps her tea, y'all. She got her receipts too. And if you just need a second to chill out, to wind down and get away from the drama, Mindful Edna has a wonderful relaxation page, right? Therapy. Is that what's I'm saying that wrong, Edna, right?
Right. I'm
Let
gonna
me
let
know.
Lindsay be the therapist. What I'm doing is just give you a minute to like kind of bring your mind to the present moment for just 2 to 3 minutes. Just whatever you need. If because I don't know, for me, I think of I need to work out every day. I need to make sure that I feed myself and clean my body and my apartment. So, stuff like that. So it just gives me a moment to kind of like go through that mental checklist.
When you say clean, does that mean Wudu the
Voodoo the
Punani or
punani. Yeah,
Voodoo the
absolutely.
cootie
Voodoo
coo.
the punani. I was trying to be respectful. I'm trying to plug my channel in a nice way, but yes, that's what I do.
Edna, we need merch. Voodoo the cootie coo. Okay, I want.
okay. And Lindsay, I think Lindsay had talked about wanting to do a channel. I don't know if Lindsay is, but y'all go follow Lindsay anyway in case she start one. Period.
Oh, I probably won't. I just like being on your channel, and I appreciate you having me.
Okay. Well, y'all always
Thank you, everyone.
remember, stay blessed, stay positive, and stay motivated. And I got a new outro, period. I'm gonna play it right now. Peace.
A quick rumble. I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble, break down.